What's going on, everybody? Brian Mann here, hands-on auto training, end of day, October 25th, 2021. Guys, I had a good weekend messing around with some electrical projects, really kind of get my tail handed to me, but that's how I learned. I mean, I had a lot of little issues, but every time I solved a little issue, this was with my 6502 kit, I learned something. So that's what it's all about. I am working really hard on this transistor lesson for the membership site. This is going to be for Core and Premium, just like I did with the fuel trim video, to try and make it as easy to understand in a way that hopefully other people can understand it well. I'm going to be doing the same thing with some transistor circuits and just talking about that and teaching about that. And we're going to start applying that to the 555 circuit, which then we can get to the next point of building a project. And that project's going to be, we're going to be working on that next Wednesday, November 3rd, for premium members that are meeting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to build a little project that I've used, and I'm going to give you guys a component list for that, but we'll build it together live, if you will. And it's going to be on a project that will buzz, not buzz, but should I say pulse an injector or pulse a coil. Like I said, necessity is the mother of all invention, and that's kind of what I was coming across. I was trying to do something. I didn't want to use a microcontroller like an Arduino like I've done in the past to control some circuits. I wanted to use just a simple analog timer that didn't require any logic programming or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Today started out with this. What's up, everybody? First job of the day is a 2009 Ford Fusion, and we've got a no crank, no start situation. Oh, I lied. It started. I fixed it. There we go. We got no crank, no start. Right off the bat, I just want you to know I do have a check engine light, and I checked codes. I didn't have anything going on there. Looking at the Ford IDS scan tool, I want you to see here that we have a starter relay disabled, start key off, and I think this is a starter motor command monitor. Hold on, SMC, yeah, starter motor output. So taking a look here, I'm going to go ahead and crank it right now. And I'm in the crank position, and we have nothing going on. So what I did is I went and saw a diagram of how this system works, and I checked for power at this 15 amp fuse. This is fuse 14 at the battery junction box. We did have battery positive out there. And then I got down to the ignition switch, took the covers off, and I checked for power at pin 7 when I'm cranking. I want to see my battery voltage at this pin 7 while we're cranking. We did not have it. So then I back probed this brown and red wire, which is supposed to be hot at all times, and we have power there. At that point, I went ahead and I popped this ignition switch off, and you'll see in the picture here that it did have a little bit of wear going on there. And now I noticed, after messing around with it, I wish I would have done this first, but if you watch, if I go to crank right now, I'm in a crank position. All I got to do is push. I think I gotta hold this one way, and it'll start every time. If I go ahead and push down on this, it'll start every time. So I'm just kind of putting pressure sideways on the ignition switch. Actually, now it's not starting. Let me see here. I gotta let go. There we go. So first thing we gotta do is get an ignition switch in here. I'm concerned that there might be some wear in this housing. This is gonna be part of the whole column, I believe. After that, we had this 2013 Chrysler 200 that had no headlights, no front turn signals, no low beams, no high beams. All that stuff in the front of the vehicle wasn't working. The TIPM had been replaced, and when I got there, we had a bunch of codes in the totally integrated power module for all the headlight circuits and the turn signal circuits and stuff like that. So what I first did with the scan tool installed, I did not video tape this because it was raining, but we had the inputs, so I could look on the scan data and see the inputs for the headlights and the turn signals, and that was all there. And also the back turn signals work, so if my, I know my switch is working. And at that point, I wanted to check the outputs, but like I said, it was raining. I wanted to just kind of work smart and not hard. So I looked at this diagram for this, and I wanted to see what do all these components that aren't working have in common. Okay, I was looking for the the headlights and turn signals basically up front, and of course we know the TIPM and the turn signal switch or multifunction switches in common. But check this out: C108 is also commonality between all these things. So that's how I solved that problem. C108 was actually broken. The latch of the connector was broken. This is up underneath the airbox. So once I plug that back together, we're all good. So Guys, that was my day. I hope you enjoy these videos. If you like them, please do thumbs up them and, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. Make sure you tell another technician or friend that could benefit from learning from this stuff. And if you're a Core Premium member, my goal is probably in the next 2 days to have that transistor video up, and then hopefully 2 to 3 days after that, we're going to have the 555 timer video up. That's going to be a little more in depth, but it's going to be a fun project. You guys have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.